So I am going to present a test on a donation page of one of our nonprofit clients that focuses on environmental grassroots organizing. I was like, Andre, Drew, if you could do better in explaining that, feel free to jump in. But something that is really common in the nonprofit space is handwritten text with an arrow on the donation page. If you go to any nonprofit right now, you can probably find it somewhere, whether it be on a light box modal, the donation page. It's just common practice because it does so well at converting people on the donation page. And a lot of people use it to either point at a certain amount, right? So please give $25 because it equals X for tangible giving or whatever. But in this instance, we use it for monthly giving. I've been seeing this for a long time, right? This is something that has been in the nonprofit space for quite some time. So I've found myself when I was looking at other inspirations for different test ideas that I really just my eyes completely glaze over the handwritten text at this point because it's so common. So we started this idea with just making it a bit more accessible. So instead of it being that handwritten text, what does it look like if we make it actual text, right? Where it's literally just the same size as some of the other font that we have on the page and just make the design a bit more modern. So we updated it to two variations. So we have this one, which is the outline and has that green arrow to the left. And then we have the gray box version. So that is desktop. We also ran this on mobile. But yeah, so that is the test is just, it also increases accessibility, right? It's like something we've been obviously working towards for a very long time. Great. Questions?
I feel like the control one on desktop, but a variation one on mobile. And because I also work in the nonprofit space, I think this could have been a situation of we see it all the time, and so we are sick of it, but it still will work every time. And so I think on desktop it works, but I think on mobile it gets a little bit smush and hard to read. And therefore I think the text version might like flow better and feel more authentic to a mobile device. So that's a very like specific guess.
No, I love that. I love that specific guess. That's why I showed, mobile versus desktop is because it does, that in that space, because you lose so much of that pixel width, it really does change how it looks.
I'm actually going to say the opposite of Phil. I feel like on mobile that the new treatments look like CTAs almost, like they look like they should be clickable, which might cause some friction.
Okay, should we vote? So if you think the control one, do a fist. If you think the outline version one, do a 1, and the gray box version a 2. Okay. Well, I'm super excited to report that V2, the gray box version, won, and it was our second biggest winner from the entire corner. It won on desktop and mobile. So it's just a really great test. I think because we have so many return donors, and I think so many people who give to this particular nonprofit likely give in the political space or in other environmental organizations, they've seen this thing too 1,000 times. So, we increased donations on desktop by 5% and on mobile by 4%. And on mobile, the monthly donations were really high, but that looks really high mostly because the sample size was low. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to have more ideas sent directly to your inbox.